Now, vehicles worth around 480 million rand at the Rustenburg Local Municipality have reportedly stood idle for 4 years. The municipality in the northwest is unable to use them because of an ongoing court battle with the company they were bought from. After paying an initial 140 million rand, the municipality stopped further payments, claiming that the prices were inflated. Now, for more on this story, we're joined by the Democratic Alliance's caucus leader in Rustenburg, Gert du Plessis. Mr. du Plessis, thank you very much for your time this morning. You know, when I came across this story, I was deeply concerned that a municipality such as the Rustenburg municipality with a poor service delivery record would have 300 vehicles that should service communities just gathering dust. How did this situation come about?
Yeah, good morning. I'm Gert du Plessis, the caucus leader of Rustenburg Local Municipality for the Democratic Alliance. It was 3 years about 3 years ago, I believe in 2018, that it happened that the municipality went into a contract for these vehicles. And then in the end, it was determined that there were 3 companies actually involved in this contract. But then it was determined that the 3 companies are using the same address in Rustenburg, in Beyersnodie Drive. And then the red lights came on, and eventually it was determined that this contract was irregular. And what is not mentioned in the media up to now is that in that same contract it was actually included that they will provide fuel to the Rustenburg Local Municipality vehicles. Fuel pumps were erected on the premises of the municipality, as well as a workshop which was for the purpose of wheel alignment and wheel balancing, as well as a car wash and a tracking system office, which was all provided to these same contractors. And since the irregularity dispute started in court, all these services were actually stopped, and the municipality had to go into a private arrangement for fuel for the vehicles, because it was, for instance, determined that the fuel price by these contractors were much more than the normal market price even for residents.
So now, my understanding, yes, the Auditor General was the one that picked up these irregularities. As you say, it's 3 companies. They established that all of them are operating from the same premises and they have the same staff and the directors are the same. But my understanding is that the municipality stopped paying in the middle of the contract, saying that the prices, in fact, were inflated. Now, the big question for many would be, when did they establish this? Because one would assume you established that the prices are too high upon signing that service level agreement. So if maybe there's a situation where it was officials before the current officials that discovered this, what has happened to those officials who actually signed that agreement?
Yes, if I can come in here, Peter Malan, councillor also here in Rustenburg. The unfortunate fact is that these things were not established at the time of awarding of the contract. They were only established afterwards, and the problem we sit as councillors, we may not be involved in any form of adjudication with regard to the tendering process. So we are in the unfortunate place where we can only find out about these things at a later stage. Having said that, the first thing we heard about that was council was brought, an item was brought to council where it was established that 140 million was paid in cash for a third of the value of this contract, which is, in my view, highly, well, just very strange, as you would assume that these type of vehicles would be leased over the duration of their useful life, and that at least something like fuel would be at the current price available at the pumps. So these information were only available afterwards when these were brought as an item to council, and then after that the contract was duly stopped by the municipality, as you rightly said in your introduction and question.
So just in closing, I have to let you go, but I must let you know that we will be speaking to the municipality spokesperson just to get clarity and get their side of the story. Just before I let you go, what is the state of the vehicles now? They've been sitting for almost 4 years. We understand some of them are actually sitting parked under no form of cover or shelter. What is the state?
Yeah, that is the actual situation currently, a matter of our concern. And when we, for instance, need TLBs to work on site on water pipe burst and sewage and that type of thing, it happens that they are telling us, but they haven't got TLBs available for the municipality, and then in the end, the community are referring us to all this yellow fleet TLB standing there, and it's creating a real unfortunate situation.
No, Mr. du Plessis, thank you very much for your time, as well as Peter Milande, just giving us clarity around this particular contract. We will be speaking to the municipality on this matter to find out why 300 vehicles have been sitting idle for the past 4 years now, and they've been bought and so much money has been paid for them. We'll give you more when we return. Stay with us.